All right, 10.2% employment means more money for nothing. More tidal wave of cash from the Fed's printing presses, probably like the world has never seen. What's this going to mean for investors and the stock market? Joining us now, CNBC contributor and syndicated columnist Jerry Bowyer. We also have CNBC contributor Michael Farr of Farr Miller in Washington, and Michael Kudlow, permanent portfolio family of funds, where he manages the 5-star rated permanent portfolio funds. He's having a good year. He's up 17% year to date. Jerry Bowyer, the Fed is targeting unemployment. Yes. Today was a real bad number. So I assume they're going to print money forever. Forever. Now, my question to you is, will commodities and gold and stocks benefit, and will the dollar go down?
Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. I can give you a longer answer if you like, but
give me a little more. Give me a little more wisdom, because it's interesting to me the stock market today managed a small gain despite the lousy jobs report and the hike in unemployment. And my question is this because they see the Fed lurking in the background with those printing presses?
Well, two things. One, they expected 10+% unemployment, so they wouldn't react to that because that was sort of in the mix already. And I think the market investors have seen the incredibly strong productivity statistics, and they figured out the new era that we're in, which is that you can have a pretty strong jobless recovery if the people who still have jobs are really productive, if they use technology better. So, you know, jobless, yeah, we can be out of recession and have a 10 or even an 11% unemployment rate. The Fed will keep the money flowing. The money helps the reflation trade. But the thing is, Larry, what's really interesting is, you know, the money comes through the credit system, the recovery comes through the credit system, but the inflation comes through that same thing. So that's why every time we see something going well with the markets, we also see the dollar going down, because the recovery and the inflation are both basically part of the same transaction, which is the credit system flowing the money through.
All right, so Michael Farr, in the short run, Wall Street seems to like easy money. Wall Street seems to like a cheap dollar. This week, for example, commodity stocks and gold were big winners. Will this continue, Mike?
In the short term, I think it continues, Larry. I think the commodities are telling you and gold stocks are telling you what they think is really going to happen in the future. This stimulus is kind of keeping things alive here in the short term, but a country cannot devalue its currency into some sort of prosperity. Right. You can't burn the furniture forever and keep the house warm for too long. You run out and you're going to hit a wall here, and I think we're going to hit it. I think we hit it in 2010. But the dollar has to be the fundamental...
So you're really saying, this is an important point, because I personally agree with you, but whatever. You're saying investors better keep their eyes open about the problems that are going to develop, that easy money is not a free gift. It looks great, but now it may rebound later, cause rates to go up much higher, long-term rates, cause inflation. So I was just saying, take the chips off the table.
That weak dollar, it becomes inflationary in such a way that it will decimate the middle class that the government's trying to save.
Mike Kudlow, you've heard this discussion. Weigh in. Help me out on here. What's your take?
Yeah, I agree with all that's been said. I think what it forces investors to do is to sort of keep this in mind in their longer-term horizon for financial planning, because basically with the money flowing and the recovery growing based on the easy money, it's just delaying the day of reckoning when we're going to have to get that money out of the system. The main reason we don't have inflation right now is not because the money isn't out there, it's just because it's not active. There's no velocity, and there's a lot of slack in the system. Once that slack starts to get used, whether it's employment numbers going up, whether it's inventory reflations, or whether it's capital, it's going to quickly turn inflationary, and that's when the Fed is going to have to go from talking about an exit strategy to having to really execute one. And that may dovetail with the 2010 midterms, which could be a very interesting year. If that can happen next year.
Let me stay with stocks before we get to midterms. Peter Boockvar has the anti-Bernanke strategy, given easy money, right? The Fed is targeting the unemployment rate. They're not targeting the drop in the dollar. They're not targeting the rise in gold. They're not targeting the commodity price signals like they should. And he says, Peter Boockvar says, buy foreign currencies and buy foreign stocks. Do you agree with that? Kudlow, do you agree with that? Yeah, foreign currencies,
yeah, I do.
Foreign
stocks. It's a play against the weakening, the continued weakening of the dollar. And I would also throw commodities in there as well, because they are international assets. So, yeah, I do agree with that.
Jerry Bowyer?
Yeah.
Fed targeting unemployment? I mean, the handwriting's on the wall, no?
Yeah. Bernanke is possessed by the ghost of A.W. Phillips, and it's going to destroy this rally. Larry, inflation kills P/E ratios over the long run. You know that. You helped teach me that.
That's a good point.
And this can't go on when we get the inflation expectations widely out in the market.
Michael Farr, favorite investment right now?
I like probably healthcare stocks, but you've got to be a stock picker. Go for the cheap ones, and you want to be there for the long term.
All right, we got to get out of here. Gentlemen, thank you for filling this in. Today's unemployment number, I don't know, bad for the people of this country, maybe not so bad for the stock market. That is the odd conundrum in the short run. We tried this in the 1970s. In the long run, it didn't work. Jerry Bowyer, thank you. Michael Farr, Michael Cugino. Coming up, famed political satirist P.J. O'Rourke. He talks to me about life, liberty, and the government takeover of everything. And on a programming note, don't forget to watch Options Action at 8 p.m. Eastern. The Kudlow Report itself is coming right back.